Imagine if a rebellious teenager's diary collided with a recipe book for chaos. That's written by William Powell during the tumultuous 1970s. This book provides detailed instructions for making explosives, weapons, and other disruptive devices. It's like a science teacher whose experiments get way too out of hand. While it's considered a dangerous text by some, defenders view it as a call for free expression. Regardless, it's not the kind of book you want your kid reading unless you're okay with pipe bombs being the next family project. The Satanic Verses by Salman Rushdie isn't a guide to summoning demons, but it's every bit as controversial. The novel reimagines the life of the Prophet Muhammad, introducing a fictional story where Satan's verses appear in the Quran, sparking massive uproar. In 1989, the Iranian government issued a fatwa against Rushdie, leading him into hiding. Despite its explosive controversy, the book remains influential in literary circles, even if it's more likely to get you a death threat than a standing ovation in some places. If you thought 50 Shades of Grey was pushing boundaries, 120 Days of Sodom by Marquis de Sade goes way beyond. This grotesque novel depicts a group of wealthy men in a castle indulging in every depraved fantasy you can imagine. It's filled with sadism, masochism, and a plethora of other taboos. It's not for the faint-hearted and is considered one of the most obscene works in literature, a book that would shock even the most open-minded. Set in early 1900s England, Lady Chatterley's Lover by D.H. Lawrence is a forbidden romance that challenges social norms. The story centers on Lady Constance Chatterley, stuck in a sexless marriage with a disabled husband, who embarks on an affair with the gamekeeper. Beyond the steamy affair, Lawrence critiques the rigid class structure of the time. This novel shocked society, openly discussing sex and class, and it was banned for its open portrayal of a passionate and rebellious love story. If you're looking for a self-help book with a dark twist, The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene is the manual for you, especially if you're trying to climb the corporate ladder by any means necessary. The book teaches manipulation tactics like concealing your intentions or using others to do your dirty work. It's no wonder it's banned in many prisons. It's essentially a guide to turning everyone into a backstabbing master of manipulation. While it may work in the ruthless world of corporate politics, it's a little much for everyday life. Nabokov's Lolita may be a literary masterpiece, but its content is deeply unsettling. It's about Humbert Humbert, a middle-aged man obsessed with a 12-year-old girl named Dolores, whom he calls Lolita. The novel delves into Humbert's twisted obsession and justifies his behavior, sparking outrage. While Nabokov's prose is brilliant, this book's subject matter is so controversial that it often leaves readers deeply uncomfortable, making it both admired and reviled in equal measure. A society where everyone is chemically happy, constantly distracted, and has little control over their lives sounds like a utopia, right? In Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, that's exactly the kind of world people live in. They take a drug called Soma to stay happy, have their relationships arranged for them, and are engineered in factories. It's a chilling look at a world where individuality and freedom are sacrificed for comfort and stability. Given how much our modern world relies on technology and instant gratification, this book feels more prophetic than ever. George Orwell's takes a nursery rhyme about animals and flips it on its head to create a sharp political satire. The animals overthrow their human oppressors, only to have the pigs rise to power and become just as corrupt. Orwell's tale about the dangers of power and the hypocrisy of revolutionaries who end up becoming tyrants is a timeless warning about the corrupting influence of absolute power. The book was banned for its criticism of totalitarian governments in the Soviet Union, reflecting how it's not just a barnyard tale but a critique of the political systems of the time. By John Steinbeck portrays the hardships of the Joad family during the Great Depression. While it seems like it might just be about struggling farmers, The book critiques the capitalist system and the cruelty of big agricultural corporations. It's filled with harsh realities and profanity, and was banned for its controversial themes about class struggle and poverty. In a time when America feared communism, this novel made many uncomfortable with its bold critique of capitalism. Kurt Vonnegut's is known for its time-traveling narrative, but it's also a bold anti-war statement. The book follows Billy Pilgrim, who becomes unstuck in time, and witnesses the bombing of Dresden during World War II. It mixes absurd humor with stark existential dread, making people uncomfortable with its blend of dark satire and science fiction. Because of its anti-war themes and the way it questions the narrative of American exceptionalism, has faced its share of bans, but it remains a critical commentary on war's dehumanizing effects.